Actually, when we are singing, this beat what I am playing here is called Gita. We all know. It's very simple. The way you need to do is that, children, especially you, it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's Gita. Very simple. Each one can participate. So, remember, what is it? Gita. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In chorus. Not that I am doing 1 and you are doing 3. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, once again we will try. The chief guest is going to come anytime. So before that I am filling the gap. So please allow me to do. And the tune is also very simple. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Govinda
you very much for joining. So we get started. So there are some activities that we planned apart from the prize distribution. So we'll have a few of the kids who can also participate in this. So now, we have gone through a cycle of values Olympiad. Everybody understands English?
Yes, sir.
Everybody?
Yes,
Well,
sir.
in the values Olympiad contest, all of you have participated. I don't know whether parents have participated, because when kids are participating, sometimes when I started my Krishna conscious journey, I went because my son was taking some classes in the temple. So that's how I started my journey. So myself, Krishna Swami, and I did my MTech from JNTU College of Engineering, Gopalpalli, Hyderabad. After that, I did my research from IIT Delhi. Then I moved into software industry, worked in many of the multinational companies, including HCL, Wipro. The last company I worked for Microsoft in Seattle, Washington. Been there in US for 6 years. Came back and started my own software firm. And my Krishna conscious journey started way back when I was in IIT Delhi campus. Then I just was introduced to it, but again never pursued it much till the time when I was in US, when my son went to a class, like something like this. That's called Sunday school that time. So he used to go to Sunday school. So I used to drop him and wait outside in the temple. And one day they said, "Why are you waiting outside? Why don't you come?" That's how my journey with Krishna consciousness started. So if you are new to what is Krishna consciousness, what is this all about, the value education, if you read that book, that itself will give you an overview. But we will discuss very briefly what it is all about. So now, in this values Olympiad, what are the topics that you have liked, and what is that you were getting something new that you didn't know in your regular textbooks that you study in your schools and colleges, in schools? Okay. Yeah. So can you elaborate a little bit? What does that mean? So you have to take this video, not my video. Please video. Okay.
I like the topic discipline.
Okay. Can you explain a little bit more?
Discipline to respect elders.
Okay. So where does this word discipline come from? You know, the root word discipline comes from where? The root word discipline comes from disciple. Disciple means somebody who is following. So let me change it. So disciple means Vidyarthi. You know Vidyarthi? So lot of times what happens is that we as students, what the definition for Vidyarthi means, Vidyarthiyanam na sukham na nidram. So this is the definition from our scriptures. So nowadays what we are students, what we are having is that Vidyarthi means we are sending them in AC buses, AC accommodation, wherever AC. So we wanted comfort. See, now you are sitting down, right? That means you don't want to sit in a couch. Nowadays we are asking that students means that. So what I am trying to say is that as per the definition, students means Vidyarthyanam na sukham na nidra. So you should not aspire for sukham. So you need to work hard. So that is what it is. Now lot of times what happens is that students are, most of the times parents complain that they are not disciplined. Why we are not disciplined? Can some student tell why you are not? Do you think you are disciplined? Why? What is stopping you to become disciplined? Yes. Yeah. So that first he raised his hand. So he will speak after that. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel that we are not in discipline because we can't control our mind when we see something.
Wow. The one word is enough. Thank you. Sit down. So what he is saying is that why we are not disciplined, because your mind you are not able to control. Obvious, right? So if you wanted to control your mind, what you should do? Yeah, anybody from the kids? Yeah. You have an answer? No. Okay, here. Here, Shasha. Go ahead.
You should chant God's name.
Okay.
By developing external cleanliness.
What else? Please go ahead. Anything else?
Actually, the mind, if we can control the mind, then we can control the mind. We should not let the mind control us.
Wow. Okay, so that's good to say. Now what he is saying is, what's your name? Tathagat. Okay, Tathagat says that you should control the mind. Mind should not control you. But now what is addiction? So addiction means, the synonym for addiction is mobile. I tell you what. I was traveling in a train. You're a small girl. Probably 6 to 8 months. Not more than that. Surprising. Not even 1 year. 8 months baby. And if she wants to take food, milk also, she needs a mobile in front of her. What happened is that her mother accidentally, by whatever, she just took that phone away. That small girl, not even 1 year, just slapped the mother. All of a sudden, it went unconsciously. And after that, what happened is that as soon as the mother gave the phone to her, it was pinned up silence, as if nothing happened. So, this is what is addiction means. What happened is that girl, that small baby, 1 year old baby, is behaving and she doesn't even know that I'm doing something good, bad, nothing. That is called addiction. Now, as the boy Tathagat rightly mentioned, that you should control the mind. Now, in similar way, you should control these modern devices. Now, if the modern devices are controlling you, we are not saying that don't use this microphone, don't use the phone. But you use the phone, not that the phone is using you. Technology should not use you. You should use the technology. That is where the difference between addiction and proper utilization. That is what students should do. Especially in this age and time. You know what? Your memory power has become so less. Especially you might ask your parents how many mobile numbers they used to remember once upon a time, and how many now they are remembering, and how many you are remembering. Some of them cannot even remember their mother's mobile number. Because memory power has come down so much because we got addicted to the screen. Once you get addicted to these games and other things, your mind stops working. It will just get addicted. Correct? Thank you very much for everyone joining. We are officially going to start now. And so, before I go further ahead, I wanted to thank our chief guest, Sri Pulla Subbareddy Garu. So, with a big lot of applause. So, a brief intro about Sri Pulla Subbareddy Garu. So, he is son-in-law of Sri G. Pulla Reddy, who has generously donated this temple land. The first thing that comes to your mind when you say Pulla Reddy, what does it comes to your mind?
Yes.
So that's the trademark that he has. But again, the importance of Prabhuji Subbareddy sir is that a lot of educational institutions have come. From Pulla Reddy Trust has come. Now he is taking in charge of all the educational institutions. I think not less than 14 educational institutions, which includes medical colleges, dental colleges, degree colleges, degree colleges, so many. So he is simple to look at, but he is the visionary behind all these educational institutions, and he is running them so successfully and inspiring and imparting quality education. And just see the visionary that we have in front of us, and I request our chief guest to speak few words in this occasion. Thank you very much.
Value education పైన ISKCON వారు కండక్ట్ చేసినటువంటి భగవద్గీత పోటీల్లో విజేతమైనటువంటి విద్యార్థులకు ప్రైజ్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూషన్ ప్రోగ్రాం వరకు నన్ను గెస్ట్గా ఇన్వైట్ చేశారు. ఇందాక వారు చెప్పినట్టు పుల్లారెడ్డి గారి వారి యొక్క క్రమశిక్షణలోనే నేను ఇంత ఉన్నతంగా ఎదిగాను. నా యొక్క అదృష్టం ఏమంటే శ్రీ ప్రభుపాద మహారాజ్ గారిని రక్షణ చేసుకునే భాగ్యం నాకు కలిగింది. 1974-75లో ISKCON స్థాపించడానికి అని చెప్పి స్థలం కొరకు టెంపుల్ కొరకు స్థలం తీసుకుంటే పుల్లారెడ్డి గారు ముందరికి వచ్చి ఈ స్థలం నేను డొనేట్ చేస్తానని చెప్పారు. ఆ సందర్భంలో శ్రీ ప్రభుపాద మహారాజ్ గారు అప్పుడు ఉన్నటువంటి శిష్య బృందంతో పుల్లారెడ్డి గారి ఇంటికి రావడం జరిగింది. అక్కడ భజన కీర్తన తర్వాత ప్రసాదం యొక్క వితరణ అన్ని జరిగినాయి. ఆ కార్యక్రమంలో కూడా నేను పాల్గొనే భాగ్యం నాకు కలిగింది. నేను మొదటి నుంచి కూడా ISKCON యొక్క లైఫ్ మెంబర్ను. ఇందాక చెప్పినట్టు ఆ సంస్థలు విద్యా సంస్థలన్నీ పుల్లారెడ్డి గారు స్థాపించినట్లే వాటిని వారి తర్వాత నేను చూసుకుంటున్నాను. ఇవి బాగా జరుగుతున్నాయి. మీ అందరూ కూడా హరినామ సంకీర్తనం చేయడం అనేది చాలా ముఖ్యం ఈ రోజుల్లో. కాబట్టి మనము ఈ కలియుగంలో హరినామ సంకీర్తనం ఒకటే మనకు తరుణోపాయము. వేరే ఇతర మార్గాలు ఏవి కూడా ఇప్పుడు ఎవరు సాధన చేసే అనుకూలమైన పరిస్థితి లేవు. కాబట్టి మీరందరూ కూడా ISKCONతోనే జోడించబడి ఈ యొక్క నామ సంకీర్తన చేస్తూ ISKCON యొక్క ప్రాజెక్టులు కానీ సేవ చేయడం కానీ అన్ని విధాలు సహకరిస్తారని ఆశిస్తాను. సెలవు తీసుకుంటాను. ధన్యవాదాలు.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So he is a visionary, and the gist is that Harinama. Harinama, Harinama, Harinamaiva kevalam. Kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyata. So శాస్త్రం ఏం చెప్తుంది అని అంటే హరినామమే కేవలం. ఎందుకంటే ప్రతి యుగానికి ఒక యుగ ధర్మం ఉంది. ఈ కలియుగంలోకి వచ్చేటప్పటికి హరినామమే. హరినామ హరినామ హరినామేవ కేవలం. కలౌ నాస్తేవ, కలియుగంలో ఇంకో మార్గం లేదు. కలౌ నాస్తేవ 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 గతిరన్యత. There is no other way, no other way, no other way other than taking the holy name of the Lord. So అది హరే కృష్ణ మహామంత్రం ఇందాక మనము అందరం కీర్తనం చేశాము. ఎంత ఎంత బాగుంది అంటే now the question may come, just we stopped at some point where what is this addiction all about, right? Addiction అంటే ఇందాక తథాగత ఏమన్నాడు, he said మైండ్ ని కంట్రోల్ చేయలేకపోతున్నాం కాబట్టి అడిక్షన్ అవుతున్నాం అని. బట్ మైండ్ ని ఎట్లా కంట్రోల్ చేయాలండి? హౌ కెన్ వి కంట్రోల్ ద మైండ్? మంత్ర, యా యు ఆర్ సేయింగ్
By chanting the holy.
వెరీ గుడ్. సో మంత్ర, వెరీ గుడ్. సో మైండ్ ని ఎట్లా కంట్రోల్ చేయాలి అని అంటే మంత్రాన్ని ఇప్పుడు ప్రతిదానికి మన సంస్కృతం ఎంత అద్భుతమైంది అని అంటే మంత్ర కూడా డెఫినేషన్ ఉంది. మంత్ర అంటే మంత్ర మీన్స్ మనః త్రాయతి ఇది మంత్ర, దట్ విచ్ కంట్రోల్స్ ద మైండ్. యూ కెన్ కంట్రోల్ ద మైండ్ విత్ మంత్ర. వెన్ యూ స్టార్ట్ డూయింగ్ దిస్ ఎవ్రీ ఓకే. సో మనః త్రాయతి ఇది మంత్ర అన్నారు. మంత్ర అంటే ఏంటి అంటే దట్ విచ్ కంట్రోల్స్ ద మైండ్. ఓకే. సో మనం ఇప్పుడు చేయాల్సింది ఏంటి అని అంటే ఈ కలియుగంలో మంత్రాన్ని మనము చేయాలి. హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. అందరూ ఒకసారి చెప్పండి, హరే కృష్ణ 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 హరే హరే, హరే రామ 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 హరే హరే. సో ఈ యొక్క 16 syllables మహామంత్ర ఏదైతే ఉందో మనం ఎప్పుడైనా చేయొచ్చు. ఎటువంటి నియమాలు ఏవి లేవు. ఎనీ టైమ్ ఎనీవేర్ ఇన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ సిచ్యువేషన్ యు ఆర్ దేర్ యూ కెన్ డూ ఇట్. సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ మహామంత్ర అండ్ హరే కృష్ణ. ఆల్సో కాంట్రిబ్యూట్ ఇన్ దిస్ గిటా. సో ది ఫస్ట్ ఈస్ దట్ some of them might have seen that there are so many stories, very interesting stories. Any story that you like the most, can anybody share? Yeah, go ahead.
About sage Valmiki.
Valmiki, yeah, go ahead. Please tell us the story.
Sage Valmiki was actually a robber. He used to steal all the houses. Then one day Narada came to him and asked him, okay, you're stealing this, you're good, but you're making sense now, right now. You're sharing your loot with your family now. Will your family share your sins? Then he had a conference and yeah, they'll absolutely share. And then he went in and asked his family, but his family said we only share your loot, but not your sins. He became very sad about this. So he asked Narada, what should we do? Narada said to chant Ram Ram Ram, but he couldn't chant Ram Ram Ram. So he chanted Mara Mara Mara, so that gradually it would become Ram. Like that, after meditating upon long, he wrote Rama. He had a pleasure to write the Holy Ramayana.
Wow. Big round of applause. What's your name? Atul. Atulit. Yes, Atulit. Fantastic. So, what is the gist of this particular story? Can anybody tell? Anybody from here? What is the gist? Moral of the story? About sage Narada and yeah.
Through chanting the holy names of God, we can clean our sins.
Wow. See, now all the stories are pointing out to one thing, is that a person who was killing animals, that too he was killing animals, half killing, and because he wanted that animal to go fresh and be cooked, so he was not killing them fully also. Now he was not able to pronounce Rama, he was saying Mara. So finally, after certain duration, what happened is that he was able to write Ramayana. Just see, the one which still now it is being, we are all reading Ramayana. So everything is possible in this Kali-yuga as well as in other yugas also when you take the Lord's name. So as we said, the mind is the only one which is stopping us to achieve what we wanted to achieve. So it is like a friend and also like an enemy. Is knife a good thing or a bad thing? Good thing? Okay. How many of you say that knife is a good thing? Raise your hands. Only one. How many of you say that the knife is a bad thing? Okay. How many of you said nothing? Okay. So now suppose, take an example. Now suppose a knife goes to a thief, how does he use it? He will go and cut anybody's throat, rob anybody, and do all nonsense things, right? And it's a same knife goes to a surgeon, a doctor, surgeon. What will he do with that knife? He will operate and save somebody's life. So is knife bad or good? It depends upon how you are using it, who is using it. Like similarly, mind is neither bad nor good. How you are utilizing it. Your mind can be a deadest enemy or it could be a best friend. How do you make your mind your best friend? By taking the holy name, chanting the holy name, your mind will become controlled. You wanted to say something? Okay, so manas trayate iti mantra. So when you start doing this, chanting this holy name, then what will happen is that then the mind gets controlled. The mind gets purified. The right word is that mind gets purified. Purification process untundannమాట. But now suppose you wanted to sit and study. You opened your books. What happens to your mind?
Gets diverted.
Where does it go?
Somewhere else.
It goes for a world tour. You open your book, it goes for a world tour. Hey, that playground my friend is playing. And there I should have eaten nice soap papdi is there. So your mind is wandering everywhere rather than focusing on your books. Right? So how do I control my mind is very important. And that is what purification of the mind will happen. Now you say that yes, mind can be purified by taking the mantra. But again, in your values Olympiad book, you have been thought about who you are. What is your identity? How many of you remember that? Yes. Can you give the mic here, Shashank? Yeah. Your name please?
Adrija.
Adrija.
So we are not this body, we are just a soul. And then we have three kind of bodies. There's a gross body, subtle body, and the soul. Now we have the soul. The soul has a characteristic of forgetting. So sometimes we have the soul, but then we don't know our actual goal of life. It's forgetful, and then we run our materialistic desires around that thing. We are actually the soul, so we should think about taking care of ourselves.
Okay, fantastic, Adrija. Thank you very much. Now, what she is saying that who am I? నేను ఎవరిని? అందరికి ఇప్పుడు అడిగితే నా పేరు అద్రిజ అని అంటారు. తథాగత్ అన్నాడు. But the name of your parents have given something else. What was your name 100 years back, Adrija? You don't even know. What will happen 100 years after? What will be your name?
I don't know that.
You don't know that. But that means you are not by that name, right? And nationality wise, I am an Indian. You are born in India now, but tomorrow somewhere else. So basically, you are not that what you are saying, right? Okay. Now the question is that who you are then? And now she talked about three bodies. Sthula Shariram, gross body. Gross body is made up of how many elements? 5 elements. What are those? Anybody knows? Yes. What are the 5 elements?
Sky, air, earth, water, fire.
Wow, very nice, very good. So these are the 5 elements. This gross body is made up of Panchendriya, Panchabhuta, Panchabhuta. 5 gross body is made up of Panchabhuta. Now, what is this subtle body made up of? Yeah, Adrija. Anybody has any answer? Subtle body made up of? Okay, Adrija.
It's a mind, intelligence, and false ego.
Okay. Now, మనకు 3 బాడీలు ఉన్నాయండి. ఒకటి గ్రాస్ బాడీ, మనం కనిపించేది ఏది? మైండ్, ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ అండ్ ఫాల్స్ ఈగో. Now somebody asked, can you show me God? అనేసి ఎవరో ఒక సైంటిస్ట్ ఒక ప్రొఫెసర్ ఒక స్టూడెంట్ ని ఒక ప్రొఫెసర్ అన్నాడు అన్నమాట, I will believe only when you show. This is what most of the time people will ask. నాకు చూపిస్తేనే నేను బిలీవ్ చేస్తాను. show me your intelligence? Can I say that since you are not able to show, you are mindless? So there are so many things that you cannot see or you cannot perceive. Can you show me? First you said that this is gross body, which I can see. Subtle body, mind, intelligence and ego, you cannot see. But there is another body. Above that, which is much more subtler, is your spiritual body, which is what your real you is. What is the proof? Now you are saying that you are not drunk with this gross body, and subtle body, to some extent, most of you agree. Because your mind, you say that yes, I am my mind, I can more or less tell you that yes, I can really perceive it to some extent. గాలిని నేను చూపించలేను, బట్ గాలి వీస్తున్నప్పుడు నాకు తెలుస్తుంది, చూడలేను. But that means I can perceive. Mind also can be perceived, intelligence can also be perceived. To some extent, ego also can be perceived. Now, the biggest problem is that you are saying, I am not this gross body, I am not this subtle body, I am spirit soul. That is what is told in your values Olympiad book. Am I correct? What is the proof? Yeah? So these are the questions that you should keep asking. Now, ఏదో మనము భగవద్గీత చదువుతున్నాము అని అంటే క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగడం మానేయకూడదు. You should ask questions. Now, unfortunately, this modern generation, especially students, they are not asking questions. They are just taking it for granted. You know why? With the reason, it has been done research. The reason is that they are getting addicted to mobile games and mobiles most of the time. Because your thinking power is lost. You are always seeing the screen and you are playing the games and you are just not even using your brain. It is saying something and you are reacting. So where is the analysis part? That is missing. Now go to IITs. I was in IIT, Delhi. There is not much of a good research that is happening there also. No fundamental research happening. Why? Because we are not asking the fundamental question. Now the question is that, how can you say that I am not this body, I am spirit soul? What is the proof? The first proof I tell you, okay? Common sense. Common sense. ఇప్పుడు సపోజ్ ఎవరైనా చనిపోతే అక్కడ బాడీ ఉందంటే ఏమంటామండి ఆ వ్యక్తి గురించి? ఏం చెప్తాము? వాట్ యు సే అబౌట్ దట్? చని పోయాడు. తెలుగులో, ఇంగ్లీష్లో ఏమంటాము? పాస్ట్ అవే. హిందీ में क्या बोलेंगे? मर गया. Common sense says that everybody, the body is here. What has gone away? చనిపోయాడు, ఏం పోయింది?
Body.
That is the common sense says that I am not this body, I am something else. So you have seen a story in that values Olympiad book. What is that story? The story about a aristocratic lady brings a parrot, speaking parrot, and puts it in a golden cage. Did you see that? Anybody remembers? Okay. Tathagat, right? Okay. Okay, so 2-3 minutes more and we will wind up.
Actually, the story was like there was a parrot and a golden cage, but the main care over there was to the golden cage, and the parrot was neglected. Same way we are neglecting our soul and we are focusing more on the body.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to do.
Okay. So yeah, Tathagat has more or less told the story, but actually the story goes like this. I'll make it a little dramatic. Now there was a aristocratic lady. She has so much of wealth, and she wanted to utilize that. So she bought a parrot. A parrot, not a normal parrot. It was a speaking parrot. Okay. She bought, and she wanted to put that parrot in a golden cage and decorated with rubies, diamonds, emeralds. So much of decoration. And every day she comes, cleans the cage very nicely, and the diamonds also she cleans so nicely that it is shining. Every day she does the same thing. First day she comes, nicely cleans, second day, third day. And after 10th day, she sees that the parrot, gaya. What happened to the parrot? Dead. Why? She did not feed the parrot. So similarly, we have a soul, and And if you don't feed the soul, if you don't give food for the soul, then what will happen?
Eventually,
What will happen?
body would
You
die.
will be there. You will be doing only what cats and dogs does. What do cats and dogs do? They eat. Right? We also eat. They sleep. We also sleep. They also bring rice to children. They also beget children. We also do that. What is the last thing? They defend. We also defend. When somebody comes and tries to harm us, what we do? We defend. But they do, animals, cats and dogs do it in their own way, but we do it in a very sophisticated way. So, now, our goal in life should be not just these four things. What are these four things? Eating, sleeping, mating and defending. If this becomes your goal of life, then what difference it makes between you and cats and dogs? Makes any difference? No, right? So you need to feed the soul. So feeding the soul means what here? You need to give the right kind of a purification to the mind, to the intellect and to the ego, such that it will become your equipment to take you to, such that you don't, the real problems in life what we have, Janma Muttu Jaravati can be avoided. Okay, might be little going out of the reach for some of you, I think. But now, what we are trying to say is that for purifying your mind, what you do? Anybody?
Chanting.
Chanting the holy name. Mantra means Manatrayate iti mantra. That which controls the mind, purifies the mind is mantra. What do you do for the intellect? Yes?
Yoga.
Yoga. Okay. Intellect is clear. Yoga. Which yoga? There are so many types of yoga in Bhagavad Gita. Dhyana yoga, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, which yoga? Okay, but thank you. So, to purify the intellect. Okay, intellect parintandi. What is the intellect job? It is to tell you, give for decision making. Okay, so vichakshana gnanani ఏదిస్తుంది? ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ ఇస్తుంది. అది ఎప్పుడు పెరుగుతుంది మనకి అని అంటే when we read the shastra, especially Bhagavad Gita. What is Bhagavad Gita actually? Bhagavad Gita ఇప్పుడు ఒక sophisticated washing machine తెచ్చారు అనుకోండి మీరు. Sophisticated. You don't know how to utilize. Now this cycle is there. This is the electrical cycle. You don't even know where to switch on and where to do what. Because along with this something comes. What is that?
Manual.
So similarly, Bhagavad Gita is the manual for mankind. So it tells you how I should operate, how I should use my mind, how I should talk. So there was one about speech. If somebody remembers in the Values Olympiad, how should we speak? That is also there in Bhagavad Gita. Does anybody remember from here? How should we speak? When we speak, how we should be? Yeah?
Respectful.
Respectfully, only respectfully. What else? What you said is correct in a very overloaded way. Yeah, there.
Sir, it should be respectful, it should be beneficial for people, and it should be truthful.
Wow. Anybody wanted to add anything there? Right? So, fantastic. See, Bhagavad Gita is a manual for mankind. నేను ఎలా నడుచుకోవాలి, ఎవరితో ఎలా మాట్లాడాలి, ఏం ఫోన్ చేయాలి, everything is there. Believe me, when did Bhagavad Gita come? When did Krishna speak to Arjuna Bhagavad Gita? How many years back?
5,000 years.
5,000 years back. Still it is holding good. After 5,000 years also it will be there. So that's the power of the scripture that we are talking about. Intellect gives you basically to purify your intellect, Shastra you should read. Right? And for purifying the mind, what you do? Take the holy name, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. When you take, it will purify. What about this ego, false ego? How do we purify that?
By chanting.
When you associate with the persons, sadhus, who have not got ego, then what will happen is that your false ego will diminish. Okay, so there is so much we could talk about all these subjects, and I congratulate all the students who participated. With big round of applause to all of them. So we will go ahead with the awaiting prize distribution. So the prizes that you have won, in the WhatsApp group we might have announced that there is only one prize that you are going to get from here. But believe me, you will be getting many more. Okay, today while you are going. So I would request from the juniors first to give the prizes, and we'll start with the smaller prizes. So before we go with the prize distribution, please understand that this competition was not to test you saying that who is good, who is excellent, this and that. This is to bring you awareness and inspire you to take up to reading Bhagavad Gita and utilize this human form of life in the best possible way. Understood? Please do not discriminate saying that somebody is getting this prize, I am getting this prize. No. It is just that you should get inspired that I should read Bhagavad Gita. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Each one of you?
Yes, sir.
So do not think that somebody is getting a cycle, I am getting a wristwatch, I am getting a pen drive. That's not important. What is important is that did I get inspiration to read Bhagavad Gita? Much more is that did I apply the principles what is there in Bhagavad Gita is more important. If you know 700 slokas in Bhagavad Gita also is not important. Did I apply it in my life? Did I practice in my life? So now it is said that, what's your name? Tarun Balaji said that we should respectfully speak. First start with your parents. Respect them. Respect means obeying what they are saying. Right? So this is I'll tell you one small story and we'll get started. So keep these things ready. So now there was a boy. He wanted to get education. So he asked his parents that please sponsor me to go to US. And you know how much it costs to do your higher studies in US? So many lakhs of rupees you have to spend. And somehow the parents arranged it, and he went there, did his masters, and later on he got a job. Then he thought, right, his parents are old. Now he is the only son. Now he said to his parents, what will you do there? So you also come. Then the parents said, we have so much property and other things, what will you do? Don't worry, sell all the property and we will go. So then the parents what they did is that they sold all their property and put it in the boy's name, and they wanted to go to the airport and leave. Now when all three of them went there, and what happened is surprisingly, these two, the boy alone went to the US, and they were waiting, the parents were waiting in the airport. My boy will come, he will give the tickets and we will all three go. He said, now he thought, why I should take care of these old parents? Whatever they had, I have taken. So here what we have to learn is that most of the time this is what is the complaint from the parents who are sending their kids to US. They are not even calling, they are not even caring. So we do not have the principles, a gratitude or a kind of a culture that we are supposed to have. This is all going to come just not with your mundane education. The education that we start in once upon a time when we were there in our schools and colleges, we used to have one class called moral science. How many of you remember moral science class? Do you have the same thing in your in your children's schools now? This is what we need to think. Are we really progressing? You don't even have moral science. Forget about Bhagavad Gita and other things to be introduced. They are planning. But in foreign countries, in Germany, they have made Bhagavad Gita compulsory. So all these things we need to realize that how much importance we are giving to this moral education and Bhagavad Gita and spiritual education. If that is not there, then we are not progressing in the right way. So sorry, I've taken a lot of time, then we'll get started. The prizes that we are going to give. So I will be calling students who are by name. Please stand in a line. So the first name is Mukesh Anand of class 6. Is he there? Yeah. Please applaud for him. The next name I will be calling Srivardhan of class 7. Yeah. Thank you. Please stand in a line. Please stand in a line. So all these names what we are calling, please. Which one is not there? Next one is Tarun Balaji. Please clap for them. Next one is Akshara. Do you have to talk now? Let's complete. Who's the first one? Okay, Shannon, please come on the stage. Somebody else to take
Srivardhan Modiraj, Srivardhan please.
Next is Akshara Bodhpuri. Next is Niveshri Janda. Is she there? Niveshri. Shivatmika. Is Shivatmika there? Harshil. Actually, all these gifts have been sponsored, so we are taking photographs so we can tell them that we have given it to the right person. Okay, so that is it. Photographs are important for you as well as for us, because we have to give it back to the sponsors saying that we have given all these gifts. Sahiti Gandam. Parvatrini Navya. Aishwarya Dharmaji. So till now we have got the prizes that we have given is USB drives, but they are compatible with mobiles also. So this is the pad that we got. So please show the pad. So the next is Bihan. Bihan has come? No? Pranav. Pranav. You can take 2 photographs. Okay, next is Tathagat. Keep clapping, guys. Next is so we'll go with the other prizes. For the juniors, the other major cycles and other things we'll do it in the end. This is the senior category now. Sachish Dutt. Keep clapping, guys. Common Sylvie? No? Okay. Nalla Leela Narsimha Kartikeya. Big name. Iga Sharwani. Hasina, I know she is not. Hasina. Keep clapping, guys. Rasya, Nomula Rasya. Please encourage them. They are our future. So, keep clapping, guys. Next is Gadam Tej Vardhan Reddy. Next after this is Ananya Konori. Ananya is now? No? Karthik. M. Karthikeyan. Kiran Bore. Big round of applause, please. Next is Sai Vijayvardhan. After that, Rushil Vinay Injeva. Aditya Narayan Galai. Yeah, keep smiling. Yes. The 4th prize winner Aishwarya is there. You also get a Krishna book, right? So, please. Actually, so many gifts so we forgot. So, take it from here. Yeah, and similarly, Vihan. So, we'll go with the other prizes now. The cycles that we got sponsorship. From the junior category, the second cycle, Maruti Ramdas Reddy. On behalf of him, his father is taking his senior category, second prize cycle, Aditya Narayan. very important for us. Next year also they are told that they will sponsor it. So you, all those who have participated this year can also participate next year. So no, there is no bar that you have participated this time. So yeah. So next is Atulit. Everyone clap. Cycle is coming. Pratik has come. Cycle goes on. So each of these cycles are very costly, so you utilize it in the right way. Okay, so now the much awaited, the South India. So congratulations to Adrija. Everybody can get it. So it's just a matter of effort. And it's an inspiration for all of us that anybody, if they put their heart and soul in whatever activity, they can be successful. Right? So thank you very much. But again, now what we plan to do is that please have a seat, sir. So all the prizes are over. So
And then I study in 9th grade now. So I really like the initiatives taken by ISKCON to like organize the rallies in Olympiad, because I think this generation really needs it.
Hare Krishna. Good evening, everyone. Myself Aditya. So first of all, I would like to thank the ISKCON Foundation for conducting such an event. It was an eye-opener for me. I loved the journey a lot. This Value Olympiad, like basically I got in-depth knowledge of various values that humans possess. One thing I loved the most was the booklet that we got. Those things, what were written in the booklet, were related to daily life. I'm sure every student would be able to relate to that. And one more thing, there was a chapter in the book which was related to devotion to God, which I liked the most. And moreover, the thing with what I learned was that if we follow the principles, the policies of the Bhagavad Gita, we'll be successful in life. In whatever problem we might be facing, we will surely find a solution to that. And all in all, it was a great event. It was a great journey. I loved it a lot. Looking forward to participate in the future. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
each one of you will get an opportunity. Please come and speak few words. Okay? Go ahead. Please, next week with you.
Hare Krishna everyone. This is Pratik from 9th standard. So I would firstly like to thank the organizers and all the judges for this wonderful event. And I have learned a lot from this Value Olympiad. Being a Value Olympiad enthusiast and learning from Bhagavad Gita is a wonderful journey, because I would make myself better every day because of this contest. And I know because of this Bhagavad Gita and such Olympiads in the near future I will be able to make myself the best version. Bhagavad Gita has helped me a lot to navigate through the problems in my life and also face through all the difficulties I have faced. And this will be helping in my near future. And I would also like to thank the organizers and the judges for bestowing this incredible honor on me. And thank you once again.
Others can come forward. Yeah, go. Next speaker.
Good evening everyone, my name is Atulit, I am from Chimaya, Vidyalaya. I take this great opportunity to thank ISKCON for conducting Value-Based Olympiad, as it revives the ancient and great values which are forgotten in this modern world. I learned many values through this Olympiad, but I would like to share a few which I started implementing. I learned from His Divine Grace, Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, that if you, through prize has given me more encouragement and responsibility to respect and follow these values. Hare Krishna.
Namaste, my name is Neelashri. I am from Chennai Vidyalaya. I am studying in 7th standard. So I actually got the information of this values Olympiad through my school. So first I was really excited about this Olympiad, and when they gave me the pamphlet of this Olympiad, they said that it was an open Olympiad. So I was really confused how the competition be an open road test. Then I thought, okay, let's just participate in this Olympiad so that maybe I can learn new things about Lord Krishna and Bhagavad Gita. As I started answering the questions, then I realized that to answer each question, we need to go deep into the meaning of 2 to 3 shlokas, and because of this Olympiad, we can implement many things in our day-to-day life. It was really amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So any other, yeah, please go ahead.
Can I please sing a bhajan?
And not now. Sorry, we are short of time.
Okay.
Definitely, we will have many more opportunities to share. Thank you very much. But while they are taking the prasadam, then I will ask you to come. Okay?
Namaskaram. My name is Aishwarya and I am studying in grade 5 from
Aishwarya, 1 second. 5 to 7 minutes, we will conclude this by others who can come and speak. And the prasadam is waiting. So, if anybody are going little far away, please go and have the prasadam. No problem while this is going on. If they are very far away place, you can start the prasadam. Then ready. Go ahead.
Namaskaram. My name is Aishwarya and I am studying in grade 5 from Hyderabad school. I am very thankful to ISKCON and Value Celebration Day for giving us such a wonderful opportunity to know about Bhagavad Gita and its values.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Once I have been reading
One.
this-
Yeah, go ahead.
Once I have started reading this book, it was very interesting and inspiring for me. And I like the stories which is describing each values.
Oh,
And
thank you.
I'm trying to implement all these values in my day-to-day life, like truthfulness and many more. Reading this book will help us to become a better person and we'll have a bright future.
Thank you very much. So now much awaited, and actually we wanted to give a memento to Sumareddy sir for his gracious presence and for his wonderful personality, what he is, and a token of respect from ISKCON as coming and accepting our invitation.
Put your hands together.
Everyone, please. So once again, I thank everyone for joining. So there are other kids who wanted to speak. Unfortunately, we do not have time because a lot of people have to go far out place. Please honor the prasadam, and you can send your feedbacks. I will send you a feedback form in the WhatsApp group so that we can improve. There are so many things that we can improve from our end. Once again, I thank our chief guest Bhagavad for giving us this opportunity and enlightening us, and also blessing this today's occasion. And all the parents for encouraging their children for participating in this Values Olympiad. Next year, please come forward and bring many more of your known family and friends to join in this. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
The sun and the moon shining in the sky, the twinkling stars and the mountains so high. the deep blue oceans and the birds that sing. Thank you, Krishna, for everything. Hands to clap and feet to walk, eyes to see and a mouth to talk, ears to hear and a voice to sing. Thank you, Krishna, for everything. Friends to play with and have fun, teachers who make us read and learn, mother and father so caring and loving. Thank you, Krishna, for everything. Temple deities who look so sweet, tasty prasadam so good to eat, the beautiful bhajans the devotees sing. Thank you, Krishna, for everything. Thank you, Krishna, for everything. Thank you, Krishna, for everything.
Come on, let's chant his name. Lord Krishna will be happy. Radha Rani will bless you and offer you the Krishna prem. So let's chant loudly, leave all anxiety. And please don't be worried, chant and be happy. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come on, let's chant his name. Lord Krishna will be happy. Radha Rani will bless you and offer you the Krishna prem. So let's chant loudly, leave all anxiety. And please don't be worried, chant and be happy. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please chant with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.